Okay, viewers, give me a few seconds to get everything set up. Right. Yes. Right. Yep, so part 2 of my Euro Truck Sim career. Starting up. Just need to get everything set up. And I need you. There we go. So, hopefully you can hear me alright. Please. Oh, I do need to send something real quick before I forget. How's my... Oh, I should probably restart the chat overlay just to make sure it's going properly. Okay. Euro Truck Sim. So, if you remember last time, if you go have a look at the world map real quick, my HQ is in Le Mans, and last time I did a job from Le Mans to Rennes, and then also did a job to Limoges, Clermont-Ferrand, Marseille, then took the ferry over to Porto Vecchio on the island of Corsica, and yeah, last time we ended up we ended up here. But I actually did one more job after. Took me via Bonifacio and then up to Ajaccio. And the reason I wanted to get some more job sites in Corsica done, and I also needed to get the thumbnail for the stream. So yeah. You probably just heard myself there. I was just checking to see the audio is coming through okay. So yeah. So if you remember, what we have to work with on the base map is we have the base map, which is most of this area. Oh, hello Melbourne train guy. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, if you heard that noise, that's thanks to Streamlabs. What is it, Streamlabs? Yeah, Streamlabs. So that's basically like the communication sound from Star Trek, the original series. If you do like an internal communication with the ship, that sound plays. So I thought it'd be a good idea to use it in my stream. So we also, aside from the base map, also have the France and Iberia DLC areas to work with, and I also plan on getting the Italia DLC at some point, and also Scandinavia and Nordic Horizons once the hype from Nordic Horizons has died down a bit, and the it goes on sale. Also, I am planning on getting Ireland when that releases, Iceland when that releases, and there's also a UK rework in the works, so which should hopefully massively expand the area that we currently have in game. So, let's take a quick job. Let's get it. Let's check here. From Porto Vecchio to Turin, no. Verona, Santander, Madrid, Rennes, that's also in France, Toulouse, Dijon, Turin, Bordeaux. Whoa, oh, come on. Hang on. There's a job to Cordoba. That's such a long time. That takes almost 12 hours and 2 ferries. From Corsica to Marseille and then Marseille to Barcelona. Oof. That would take a while. Porto Vecchio to Milan, Nice. Okay. Let's see. To Bordeaux. That would allow us to go through the south of France via Toulouse and allow us to explore a bunch of places. Honestly, I think I should probably do that. Yeah, marble blocks in a man truck. I also have a few mods enabled, traffic, like some traffic mods to make the traffic realistic, traffic density, branding, that kind of thing, but nothing that changes like the basic look of the game. Yeah. And also, I believe there are there is currently a yeah. Do you want me to VC Melbourne? Like, I could always VC and we could chat without you having... Yeah, that's probably a decent idea. Hang on. Let me just open Discord real quick. Melbourne Drink I just shared says just shared the stream around a bit. Nice. Right. Right. Start her up. So...
Drive safe.
Gear, headlights on. So where are we? Let's have a look at the map. So our job for today takes us along the T40, past Bonifacio to Porto Vecchio, then taking the ferry up to Marseille, past Montpellier, hang on, through Toulouse, past Golfec, and I'll actually add a go via so I can fast travel to this place, and I'll have it so I can go via a roundabout, then into Bordeaux. So, okay, right. Hello, Joliminator. How are you, mate? Oh, hello, Melbourne.
Hello, Joliminator.
Time to hit the road.
Hello there. Hello, Melbourne.
Oh, I'm getting significant echo from your end.
Yeah, I'm just going to.
Right. So how do I? Right.
Okay. Hopefully there should be no echo.
Nice. I'm not getting any more echo.
Yeah, no, sorry, I forgot that I have a television on with YouTube too, so I probably needed to turn that down.
Yeah. How are you doing? It's been a bit since we talked, and I figured like this sort of time would actually be perfect because we could do like more of a podcast style episode.
I've been quite well actually, just getting my streaming area set up and
I see.
Trying to catch up on all of the train sim world news.
Yeah.
There's so much content, and I've keeping up with the city transport simulator news as well.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been doing well. I've been mainly trying to do train sim world content. Okay.
I did see on YouTube you mentioned you were trying to get out to see the Kihar 40.
Yeah, so...
How's the weather been?
I haven't gotten out there yet. The reason for that is because where I live, the weather is actually quite atrocious at this time of year. For some reason, my truck isn't shifting out of first gear. Come on!
Blame it on the Friday. The crowd wants to go home already. It's only 3 in the morning.
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Sorry, viewers. I forgot to turn streamer mode on so you can hear all of my stuff going on. So turn that on so you won't hear all my Discord notifications. Right. Yeah. So since we... No. Really? First job of the day and I've already got my trailer hitched on a wall.
Are you doing this with the keyboard and mouse, or are you doing this with the...
I do it with the controller because the controller controls in this game are actually really decent. Very easy to get good
think of that option. I'm sorry. Of course, yes. No, you can use controllers on computers.
Yeah.
I don't know why that didn't occur to me.
Yeah. This game is also coming to PlayStation and Xbox at some point, but we don't know when, unfortunately.
Turn right.
I've heard that. I'm probably going to get it when it does come to PlayStation, if we're being honest, because I am looking at getting Flight Sim. What is it? Flight Sim 25?
24 and
24.
Yeah. I have Flight Simulator 24 myself. It is decent. However, I don't really use it because I've been waiting for a few sim updates to come in, because when the game launched a year ago, it was incredibly buggy, barely loaded, and was an all-around disaster. So they've been having to do a lot of patches to it.
Well, I'm maybe perhaps going to maybe watch some people play it first on console, because
Get ready to turn right.
I wouldn't want to spend it. It's not the cheapest of games in the store.
No, it's
like
not.
$120.
Yeah. I would honestly.
Turn right.
I would
And
if
then
you're
turn right.
if you're getting hello, massive coach bus suddenly appears out of nowhere. I would highly advise that you
Turn
get
right.
standard edition if you're feeling unsure, and then later you can upgrade to premium deluxe or premium if you feel like it.
Well, I don't really understand. This would be the first flight sim that I've ever gotten, so I don't really understand them at all. And it would be basically, I enjoy train sim, I enjoy city transport simulator for bus and tram sim, so it would be a kind of, I wonder if I would enjoy flight sim as well. Give it a go.
It is a bit of a step up in difficulty, especially with the airliners, but they honestly, even in standard edition, they have all the bases covered. They have helicopters, general aviation aircraft, airliners, freighters.
Get ready to turn right.
That is the thing that that's one of the things that scares me from getting it, is because I understand
Turn
planes
right.
are very complicated, more so than trains are, and I would only be buying it genuinely as a curiosity, so I wouldn't want to be buying something that I would then just hate. So,
Yeah. If you don't feel like it, I'd highly advise you wait for a sale because it's quite expensive.
that asks how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck would well.
Oh, nice one, Joel.
13.
Dear. Yeah.
I almost got it.
Yeah. Joel's actually currently editing. You can hear him typing away in the background, I suspect.
That's why I asked if you were using a keyboard and mouse.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
He's busy editing together a playthrough of RV There Yet that we just finished. Basically, if you don't know what RV There Yet is, it's basically a game where you together with your mates trying to get home after a camping trip and have a load of shenanigans. And
That is my favourite word. I love me some shenanigans. I did see on Joel's community page on Facebook, I think it was. RV There Yet is so peak.
yeah, RV There Yet.
About.
Honestly, I'd advise you wait for the video because he's got about 10 hours of footage he's currently editing together, and the ending, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but it is one of the craziest video game endings to a story I've ever honestly seen. Oh boy, that was very nearly an overspeed there.
Oh, that would be quite fun to watch, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. RV There Yet actually is incredibly popular. It's just made by a team of like 8 people out of a small town in Sweden, but it has, at one point, it had over 100,000 concurrent players on Steam, and was one of the most bought games on the entire platform. So I really do hope it comes to console. And there's a new map coming out in 2 days as well, which I'm really excited about, but I'm not going to play it for a bit.
This is one of the things that is really unfortunate about small development studios. They can make some of the most amazing games, but then because they are small development studios, they can't sometimes always afford to get the games onto a console.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
I think it's quite expensive going through all of that. I think that for PlayStation at least, I know the dev kits are not cheap at all.
Yeah. But
I wish they were, honestly.
yeah. But it looks as though the monopoly of Train Sim World on consoles is going to be eased soon. We've got the Trains with a Z Simulator World Tour on Xbox, and we're getting SimRail on Xbox in January, so I really am hoping that...
Well, not to be controversial here, but you can't really consider the console segment until you include Sony there, because it is the superior console. Xboxes are basically just, well, even more than Sony's. Consoles are just computers with a kneecap. But Xbox is more so. They're very close to what an actual computer is and how the games run.
Yeah. So I do hope that SimRail and other train sims...
I would like to try trains with a Z.
Because, it has Australian stuff, doesn't it?
Well, that's exactly it, yeah.
I just saw a ghost, I swear. Hang on. Pause real quick. I swear I just saw a ghost. Hang on.
Is this going to be like the random UFO that appeared in that Train Sim Classic.
Yes! Look! Those tail lights aren't supposed to be there. If you're watching my stream.
Yeah, there's the tail lights on the front wheels of the truck.
Like, what? Trust me, you should have seen it. You'll have to go back and and have a look at the footage, because like seeing a pair of taillights just hanging in midair, motionless, with nothing attached to them, that is honestly quite scary. Oh, come on. Yeah, I crammed on the brakes out of surprise. Sorry about that to everyone behind me who just, just got held up.
At the roundabout, take the
Roundabout?
second exit.
I've just gone back on my laptop on the preview, and the tail lights are on. They're coming off the pavement, off the
Exit
tarmac
now.
of the road. So as you've driven up to it, it's just been two random tail light beam light things. Yeah, that was weird.
That's kind of spooked me. I'm not exactly sure what that is. It must be a traffic spawning bug, but because, yeah, I just didn't know what it was.
That would have caught me well off guard.
Yeah. Easy does it. Yeah.
It's certainly driving a lot better than I would be.
Well, it's actually pretty difficult on a controller. You're even with the good steering that you have, you're constantly doing little micro adjustments.
I kind of have an understanding from playing City Transport Simulator. 'Cause
Yeah.
we have buses in that game, and don't get me wrong, controllers have really good steering, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's just the constant micro adjustments. So you've always got that shake on the like your cab's shaking.
Yeah. Be correct. Yeah.
At the roundabout,
Still
take the
fun,
first
though.
exit.
Yeah. Also, Melbourne, now that the Frankenbad Stuttgart to
Exit now.
Heilbronn route just came out for Train Sim World, what do you think of it? Now that you've seen like content, like the people who normally do like more critical reviews have gotten their hands on it, and yeah.
Well, with the caveat that I probably wasn't going to buy it at all to begin with. I'm not. Okay, how do I put this? I've only just gotten into German trains. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm ready for German tap changing trains. Like, I think that was going to be a bit much for me. And given that there were issues with the was it the 425 or the
At the
423?
roundabout,
One of them
take
wasn't
the
showing
first
up.
exit.
And they would have been one of the trains I would have used the most. And I also happen to be on PlayStation,
now.
which is the console that was affected by the bug.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
wasn't
I'll
it
be fine
Felsische Ludwigsbahn was causing some some
Yeah, and
services
that-
not to show up?
And I'm sorry, but the Ludwigsbahn is
Get ready to turn left.
I really enjoy playing, so I wouldn't have been prepared to sacrifice one that I do enjoy for one that I might enjoy. So yeah, there was a
Turn
whole lot
left.
going on there, but I'm confused. Really, I'm just confused. I don't understand how. And that's a pretty massive kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty major bug.
And this is one of the like. I kind of understand being a console player and knowing how expensive it is to do dev testing for, well, at least PlayStation stuff. I can't speak to Xbox, I don't know. But I know Dovetail aren't the biggest studio in the world and they're trying to compete with big people, but like, sink some more money. DB Schenker, nice.
Yeah.
I think
Just about to take the ferry to Marseille.
if they had have had
Finding
more
new
people
route.
on PlayStation beta testing this, it would have shown up and they would have been able to catch it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, but because it was legitimately an issue that wasn't showing up on the Xbox or the PC, which is where most of the beta is done, it slipped through and it's disappointing. It is truly disappointing because it looks like a fun route. It looks nice, and I would probably drive the 423 and the 425.
Get ready to turn left.
I can't speak to sounds and any of that because I don't know them
Turn left.
really.
Yeah. Also, there is one train. I'm going to, if I do get Stuttgart to Heilbronn, I'll hold off on getting it because there is one train that hasn't been released yet that does not show up, and that's the BR420 that's being made as an
Is that-
add-on for
I-
Frankfurt S-Bahn, I think.
Well, if it is being made for the Frankfurt S-Bahn, I don't even know if I would get it because I am on a console and we are still on the reduced timetable.
Oh,
Which in and
yeah.
of itself doesn't annoy me because it makes the route easier for someone like me to drive, if I'm being honest. Less traffic means easier PZB. But, it raises questions
At the roundabout,
with the
take the
timetable
first
and
exit.
layers and DLC. Like, would we get that in the timetable if it's been reduced for our
Exit
benefit?
now.
And then if yes, well, why not the others? It raises all sorts of interesting questions. So,
I seem to remember something being talked about as regards to the 420 where they were saying it
At
would
the
be a
roundabout,
reduced
take the
timetable in the
first
same
exit.
spirit as the reduced timetable that you chaps on
yeah,
console
but
have
see that
currently got.
Exit now.
raises the specter of, well, if you can give us a reduced 420 timetable, why can't we have also reduced like layers
True.
in the normal timetable? Like it's if you can do one, why can't you do the other? And then if you can't do the other, I still don't fully understand why we can't have the full timetable on console. To be completely honest,
Yeah, you're right.
even though I don't mind it, I don't really think, to my satisfaction, at least as a very lay person, I don't get, other than it wouldn't work. Like, that doesn't really tell us much. How,
No.
why,
Yeah.
because of what.
Precisely.
I think
Yeah.
it's interesting to me, at least. Sorry, at the risk of going off onto a tangent, which I'd rather not do, distracting your driving here.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
it's interesting.
Yeah. I'm not really interested in the BR420 because there is one of the versions that they are planning will show up as AI on Link Rheinstrecke Mainz to Koblenz and the Niddertalbahn, which would be nice. But if in order for the BR420 to work properly, I'd have to get no less than 3 routes: Frankfurt S-Bahn, Stuttgart to Heilbronn, and
Yeah, now
then
see,
and Munich to Augsburg as well. None.
this is one of those things. Sorry, just I really wish that the developers would, because it's not just one that does it. There's quite a few, but I wish they would untie DLC from requiring DLC
Yeah.
Even like, if let's say, just as a rough UK equivalent, let's say you wanted the Birmingham to Crewe and you wanted your Pendolino to show up as AI, you would have to purchase the 170 pack, even though you've already purchased a route and a separate DLC and then a third route. I
Yeah.
think like when it comes to DLC locos, they should be able to be purchased separately from any other route, and anything that's not tied to that route should still show up. So like what they've done with the 158 and the ScotRail routes,
Yeah.
or the 380 and the ScotRail routes. You know, you buy the train, you don't even need the route. You've got the train, and it shows up on another route. Cool, you can have it.
Go
we don't
straight
care.
on.
So like,
Yeah.
buy the 390, yeah, buy the
Yeah.
420, and if it has AI somewhere that you
Get ready to
own,
turn
but you
right.
don't own another route, who cares? If you own this, you can have it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Adam
Right.
Pilot. How are you doing, mate? Pretty late for you. I think you're in this. Oh my goodness, that was atrocious intersection
and
driving.
oh wow.
Wow, that was pretty daring of me. Yeah. Hopefully it's pretty. I think it's pretty late for you. Adam says it's around 1 a.m. Oof. That's. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to stay up for that long.
Just bring my notebook closer to my eyes. I did see Adam's message. I don't know. Am I on screen or just in your ear?
No, you're not on screen. You're just in my ear, I think.
Lovely. Okay. Well, then I don't have to worry about responding.
At the roundabout.
Yeah.
Well, not in a
take
rude
the
way, but
second
just in a
exit.
like, I'm not good at maintaining multiple
Oh.
attentions.
Okay.
This game looks really fun.
It is a lot of fun.
console.
And
Exit
I've got
now.
to say, the FCS developers, the guys who make Euro and American Truck Sim, are some of the best developers you can find in the entire industry. They do free map refreshes, free updates, and then when they do make DLCs, it's reasonably priced and they are absolutely phenomenal. And I really do mean like absolutely phenomenal. Like
At
the
the roundabout.
new Nordic
take the
Horizons
second exit.
DLC, I don't have it, but it is absolutely
seen it.
amazing. The scenery, the
there was this-
Aurora Borealis, all of it is just gorgeous.
I had a perfect opportunity with that Nordic Horizons DLC because I just watched a documentary on one of the what day is it? It was a tunnel. No, it was a bridge. The Germans in one of the islands were building a bridge, and they were showing some of the islands around the. I'm forgetting the country names now, but there's this roundabout that's like in a mountain.
Oh, I think I
You
know
might
of
know
that
the
one.
one
I think
at
it's
the
in
roundabout.
Tromsø. It's in
Take the third
Finland.
exit.
I think
It's
they
like
actually
inside a
included
fjord or
that.
something.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
it's in the game, and it looks so much like it. It looked to me on watching the stream like I just watched the documentary. Really good.
Yeah. Better make sure to take the correct exit because there are a lot of invisible barriers
Exit now.
if you're not careful. Right,
think
we're
I
getting
do.
onto the motorway.
If there were invisible barriers at the roundabout just there, I like the fact they didn't put obnoxious arrows across them.
You can have the option to have those, but they're able to be turned off in the settings, which is really nice.
Yeah, I don't like them. I like the idea of them, but they're very obnoxious in immersion break.
Yeah.
Motorcycle.
Yeah, that's actually one of the traffic packs I've got. I essentially downloaded a ton of traffic packs that makes the traffic incredibly varied, and yeah, one of those is a motorcycle traffic pack.
That's cool.
Like, look at that. That's an old... That's a rail box car. That's actually so cool. Like an old style one. Like an old wooden box car. I didn't even know that was in the pack.
All I'm going to say is how the tables have turned. It wasn't too long ago I saw a flat car on the back of a rail car.
In
Now
real
it's a
life.
rail car on the back of a... Oh no, this is in Train Sim World. I was just
Oh,
watching.
okay.
I'm really thinking of getting the Santa Fe on the Cajon DLC. I know it's not everyone's favorite, but it's one of the only US routes that I play, and I'm starting to get bored, and I'm thinking it might just be able to put a bit of life in.
Yeah. I would wait though, because I've seen some of the messaging from High Iron Sim, and it seems as though they are going to patch a lot of the stuff. So I'd honestly wait and see how those patches pan out, because yeah, High Iron definitely has a mixed reputation now in TSW and TS Classic.
I don't know American stuff well enough, but I have watched Train Sim Society's video on the Cajon pack, and I'd seen some of the forums comments on it. So I was trying to get an idea of how different it would be, or rather if it would be any more difficult than the trains already on the Cajon Pass. And I happened to see that it was problematic. I don't recall all of the exact details, so I'll just say problematic.
Yeah.
But I do like the look of that. I'm trying to think of the name of the new route.
Caution. Please mind the speed.
The
Week
Southern
1 season.
Pacific route in Arizona.
Yes, that one. That looks really nice. We
Yeah.
haven't seen any rolling stuff yet, but like as a concept, I'm liking it. I
Yeah.
think I'm probably going to get it unless it looks terrible as we get to see more of it.
Yeah. Apparently they're included, the only like new stock is going to be a Southern Pacific GP35, which I don't actually know. I'm not too into American freight, but yeah. It'll definitely be interesting to see that.
I think the only US sorry, I shouldn't say that because it's not a US route. The only North American locomotive I've driven that was a GP is it the GP38 that's on the Oakville subdivision?
Yeah, it's the GP38, and then it's the GP8 from Oakville sub, and then also it's, what is it? I think you have a GP, what is it? No, that's an SD40 I'm thinking of. That's on Cajon Pass. But yeah, you do have
Yes,
two
audio
GP
on all
units.
of them, because I think I've got that on Sandpatch, I've got that on Cajon, I've got that on Sherman Hill.
Yeah, I think you.
It's a
Yeah,
good little logo.
yeah. I actually don't. Going back to the German stuff, what do you think of Falsische Ludwigsbahn? Because it's one that I've been
I love
holding
it.
off on.
I love it. Sorry, I think it's alright.
Yeah. So.
No, I
like-
really do like it. So it's got actually what I might do is, because I've got you open on two things. Let me turn my PlayStation on so I can go through the route, because I can talk about the layers and stuff and tell you all the things you might be interested in if you like.
Okay. I know for certain the TGV from LGV Mediterranee layers onto it for drivable services.
That caught me by surprise. There's two 45-minute services, one going each way. It's I wasn't expecting it. It's got ICE. I'm going to wait till the game loads before I say though, because
I think it's the ICE 3M that's included with the route, which is actually technically. Yeah, which I've heard that's incorrect, because the ICE 3 MF is actually the one that runs on the route in real life, because it has French safety systems equipped on it, and the ICE 3M doesn't.
This is the thing. I heard it was. I was watching some preview content. Because it's out now. I was watching content from when it was being previewed, because I was trying to figure out, is it something I'm going to like? And one of the things I heard was that the 406 is the M, because the M's the international, and this train runs to France. And I thought, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You've just said there's one that runs with French safeties, which makes more sense, because of course it would.
Yeah, like what are they, like KVB and what?
KVB and
one other, which I forget.
TVM.
TVM, that's the one. Yeah.
I like that. The TGV is a very difficult train to drive, but it's so fun. You get a couple of services on the Southeastern High Speed, because I don't like the route it comes on. I can't say its name, so I'm not going to try.
LGV Mediterranee, yeah.
That one, yeah. Oh, it's atrocious. I hate it. And I haven't said that about any train symbol routes ever. Like, those actual words. So, oh my days. It's so boring. It's bland. It's got next to no stops. It's got nothing to look at. Normally I can find something that I can pull as a positive so that I'm not being critical 100%.
Yeah.
But, like, I can't find anything that is a redeeming quality about the Mediterranean.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be negative.
Yeah, don't worry, I feel the same way about LGV Mediterranee. I got it at 80% off for like $5 Australian, and that seems to have been a good deal. Because
that's about what I got it for too.
Oh,
I picked it up in a sale for about $5 or $6 Australian because I wanted the Southeastern High Speed layer, and I thought that's about what I'll pay for a layer, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's all I paid for it, to be fair. I think if I paid anything more, I would have been disappointed.
Yeah. What's the trouble is, I like the TGV. I think it's a decent unit, but the route, but LGV Mediterranee is it holds the rather unenviable distinction of being the only route ever awarded 1 star by DC 4260 Productions.
Is that so?
Yep, he got it for free in, what was it, May 2023, I think it was, when they offered it for free, and he said he wouldn't have gotten it any other way, and that was absolutely atrocious, and I tend to agree with him, honestly.
That's surprising. I mean, I would have given that honour to something like the West Cornwall Oval, even though that is a route that I don't particularly mind, because my bias here is that being on the PlayStation 4 for so long, routes like the West Cornwall Oval, the East Coast Way, they were really pretty much all I could play without my console crashing.
Yeah.
So I'll always have a soft spot for that route, but I know that DC doesn't like that route very much. Well, the 150, I should specify, it's more the 150, I think. I don't think it's the route as much.
The 150, I must say, is one of my favourite British DMUs on Cardiff City and Riviera, but on West Cornwall Local, I just can't stand it.
I don't understand why they haven't gone back.
Yeah.
And even if they don't want to even if it's too much trouble to update that particular model, fair enough. Can you not do some shenanigans, and I honestly don't even think the players would care at this point if they just took the Transport for Wales 150, put it in regional colours, and took all of the Transport for Wales stuff off and slapped it in the route. I think players would be more happy with a decent 150.
Yeah.
But like, I don't get it. I like Rivet games, but
Yeah.
it feels to me like West Cornwall has just been abandoned.
Yeah. But I can think of a couple of other Rivet flops, but ironically, both of them are Swiss, the Arosa line and S-Bahn Central Schweiz, neither of which I have. But, yeah.
I was
Rivet...
going to actually,
Keep left.
you said you don't have them, but I was going to ask you about the Swiss routes. Did you hear, I don't know how old the news is, but apparently there was some kind of kerfuffle with licensing, and the trains had
Keep
to be, in
left.
Train Sim World had to be completely dumbed down and stripped back.
I
Is it-
actually don't know. I think that was what was it? SBB, Swiss Federal Railways.
That's it, SBB. I was trying to think it was OBB or SBB. I couldn't remember the acronym, but they wanted the trains you weren't supposed to be able to simulate anything that could train a driver. All they wanted to be able you to do was go, stop, and open the door. So there's no PZB, there's no safeties, there's no
I think
CFO. You can't raise a pantograph.
I think the train you're referring to specifically is the RABE 523. I think is the one that's included with S-Bahn Central Schweiz, and yeah, I think that's the case. But it is the only train in the game with ETCS, European Train Control System, which
That's
is
cool.
but it is apparently quite buggy. So if I ever do
That could
get
be a
S-Bahn Central,
consequence.
yeah, a consequence of
That would be a
licensing. To be
consequence of-
fair, yeah.
Because of all the other stuff they've had to dumb down, maybe they've had to dumb it down and it's just buggy because it needs all of the other stuff to work properly.
Yeah.
Which I imagine it would, to be fair. I imagine you would need PZB and LZB and all of that kind of fancy other acronyms to feed into it.
Yeah.
I do have the layers though for the Ludwig Spark.
Yeah. Look,
Um,
so what is included with it?
so you get the VR111. I love
Okay.
saying that.
I already have that one
You
with
get
at
the
Salzburg Rosenheim, I think.
406. And you get the the 406 and the 425.
Okay. All of those I already have on different routes. Ironically.
And looks like which 185 is it? It's one of them. 1852.
Oh, that's literally the 185 that's been recycled for many, many, many German routes since, what was it, Rursig Nord back in the day? I think it was. Yeah, it's been the 185 has been recycled endlessly for years.
I suppose at this point that can be said for most trains in most routes.
Yeah, but there is a new German freighter coming. It's the DBBR 147, and it's going to come out for Stuttgart Heilbronn. So I'm interested to see how that pans out.
Well, that would be an interesting one. I mean, I think that's a tap changing one, isn't it?
No, I think it's more modern, so it has a conventional throttle lever.
Okay, I might have to pay some attention to that one then, because I just assumed based on the locomotives in the route that it would be something.
Oh, that
similar.
railway boxcar has passed me again. Haha. Sorry
So
to
that's-
interrupt.
No, I think I might have confused myself because you're referring to the one that it looks like a shipping container almost, just with a cab
Yeah.
bolted onto the side.
Correct.
Yes, no, I know that one. That does look cool. No, yes,
Yeah.
I have seen that.
But there is already one like that
Keep
one
left.
in this game, and it's the BR187 by Skyhook Games. So it's made for an add-on for Köln to Aachen. I'm not surprised you haven't heard of it. It's one of the worst add-ons this game has ever produced. Like, most of the sounds aren't there, most buttons aren't clickable, and it sounds like just like a vacuum
I'm just
cleaner.
trying to find it. I'm not sure. I don't know all of the German ones. So I'm just trying to see if it's one of the ones I do or don't know.
It's,
Oh no, 187. I don't have that one yet.
yeah, I don't. Do you have Cologne to Aachen?
Yeah.
And I suppose you have the revamped timetable, right?
Hang on, I can tell you. No, that's the wrong one. If I didn't have the game open, I would not be able to remember any of this. Original release timetable, New Journey's expansion timetable, revamped timetable.
The revamped one is the one with 700 services, and that's the good one.
That's the one that has... Yes, that's got the 642 on it.
Yeah. The revamped timetable actually came out this year, like May-ish. It was a completely rebuilt timetable from the ground up, but none of the
I
rules
think I
touched.
remember this when this came out, though, because I think this accidentally got released on the PlayStation 4.
It got accidentally released on the PlayStation 4 early, I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was like an early accidental release, so like the one
Keep
platform
right.
that shouldn't have it
Exit
had it
right.
before all the other platforms had it, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, come on, it's common, do better.
Exit right.
Right. I'm finally coming off the motorway and heading into Toulouse. No, wait, where am I actually? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, so I've gone through Marseille, passed through Montpellier, and I'm coming off toward Toulouse. Okay. Right.
I think
That's
with the
how it works.
Ludwigsbahn, you well, in fact, you probably do have most of the trains that come with or laid onto the route. I think the route itself you might enjoy,
Okay.
as in like the drive of the route, because you've got. Let me go to the route map. So again, I can never remember the names of that. Thankfully, I've got the game open. So if you start down, it's got two really distinct halves. So the half from Mannheim to Neustadt Orbig, which is about the halfway point. It's pretty much just flat, no curve, like prime ICE territory.
Okay.
From after Warwick it goes up to Kaiserslautern.
Yeah.
It's like grades, curves, hills, trees, forests, tunnels. Like it's picturesque AF. Pardon my language. It's a
Yeah.
really, really, really enjoyable route. It's not LZB simulated, it's PZB only.
Okay.
So
That makes
the
sense.
maximum speed you'll get up to is 160.
Okay.
Yeah, with all the curves, I don't think they want you getting up to 200 or whatever on it, but it's fun. And running freight services as well does keep you on your toes. If you don't turn on the harder braking force on the Vectron, sometimes the AFB is not enough to keep it, and you have to intervene.
Okay.
Ready to roll.
Yeah, I just noticed that my truck's running on a quarter tank, so I'm pulling it. I'm going to pull in at the next gas station for some dinosaur juice, as my brother would put it.
Well,
Yeah.
it might help, unless you've got a couple of batteries you can connect up in the back there to make it run. You're going to get some of that T-Rex juice in there.
Yeah.
Dinosaur juice, that's a classic.
There are
I
some
like that.
there are some battery electric trucks in this game. I'm pretty like the one at the start of the stream, but like the one in the background of the garage in the main menu. That was a Scania BEV electric truck, and it actually has really smooth acceleration. It still has a gearbox despite being electric, but I do like it. Joel says, "I love dinosaur juice." Yes.
One last thing on the Ludwigsbahn, it might interest you. It does have a 628 layer. There are
Oh,
120
yeah, I forgot about that. I do love Beta 628. That route,
And
the
some of them,
yeah.
most of them are very short. You're looking at 20 minutes or less.
Ah.
There are a handful of them that run for an hour, over an hour in fact.
Oh,
And there are a handful of them that run for about 40 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah,
I do
so
like the
there's
628.
not a lot of long ones, but there's six that I can see without going through the entire timetable. But just from that scrolling, I saw 6 of the 1 hour long ones. You might like that.
Nice.
I think my recommendation would be put it on your wish list for when it goes on a sale.
Yeah.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Right. Coming off for
Think
some
of
fuel.
of the
Exit
I couldn't look
right.
up its name now, but they announced with the US route a German one that's going to have a very freight-centric
Go
vibe
straight
to it.
on.
I'm just grabbing the the week 1 release, week 1 Christmas
Go
article.
straight on.
What we do have something to speculate about though, and that's the week 3 of the Season of Reveals release that's coming. For me, 11 p.m. Monday night. Let's fill her up.
No, it won't be. I mean, I can hope and hope that it's the GWE remaster is coming for Christmas. Merry Christmas from Dovetail Games. That would be amazing.
Oh, that would absolutely
That's,
be amazing.
It would. I think honestly, it would be just the best thing in the world ever. And at the risk of sounding very hyperbolous, I think most people would be willing to forget about the past year shenanigans.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that, yeah, like, we've been waiting for the GWE remaster for what is at this point like 1 year and 2 months. And if we could,
It was announced.
yeah,
Train Sim World 4. I remember hearing it at least halfway through Train Sim World 4.
yeah, and it's one of my, like, do have extensive experience on that line in real life in the modern day, of course, not the 2015 version because I was too young, but yeah, I just really do want to see it in the game finally, and but there is something interesting. Liam from Grump Dog Games, who's the chap doing the remaster, has said it's coming before the end of the year. He said it in the October roadmap, so we'll see if that actually pans out, or maybe if there's a little delay or something. I don't know.
I hope and I pray. I really do want the GWE remaster because from what I've been seeing of people posting on the forums, who I assume are beta testers, because otherwise how would they know? But
Yeah.
it sounds amazing. It sounds busier, which is probably the thing it needed the most. The GWE, when you play it now compared to some of the newer routes, you can really feel the emptiness of it, which doesn't feel right how empty Paddington is. It very much feels like if you think of the Manchester Airport commuter and the Glossop line and picture Manchester Piccadilly in your head.
Yeah.
Like, it feels wrong how empty Paddington. It feels wrong how empty London Paddington is.
Yeah. And like also the HST farewell pack, like getting especially the Sir Kenneth Grange HST power car in the game would be a long-running dream of mine, as I never fail to point out. I have seen Sir Kenneth Grange in real life. And plus it would just be very ironic timing since GWR just retired their HSTs permanently yesterday.
Okay, that's actually something I can clarify then. Was it the last GWR HST or was it the last HST?
It was the
I've
last.
I've heard people say it was the last HST, and I'm like, well, that can't be right because they're still running in Scotland.
From
So
what
necessarily, if they're running in Scotland, it can't be the last.
From what I've heard, it seems to be just GWR retiring them. As far as I know, ScotRail are still running them, but are getting Class 222 Meridians from East Midlands
Yeah, but-
Rail, I think.
Oh, they're getting them. Okay, I was going to say ScotRail have been saying they're going to be retiring their HSTs for how long now? But if they're getting them from another TOC, then they're not buying them. So
Yeah. And the reason
If
they're
it was-
getting the Class 222s is because EMR is retiring them because they're getting the Class 810 Auroras from Hitachi. Which I've seen a couple of videos on the 810, and it seems to be a bit more decent than your run-of-the-mill IET. It seems to have slightly more comfortable seats and a better interior.
I'm going to. Oh, hello. Use the Google box so I can look up a picture of this. I expected it looked pretty much like any of the other 80X series, which it does. My days.
It has a similar body shape, but totally, like, really, really different headlights.
No, yeah, I'm looking at a profiler, but I didn't mean to say it looked identical. It's got a similar silhouette, but once you look at the you can see the difference in the headlight cluster, the way the driver's window is set up. I would say even the doors around the coupling gear probably different too.
Yeah.
But the silhouette of them are very much like you catch the silhouette of an 810, you could mistake it for an 80X.
Yeah. And
It's a nice train.
but unfortunately, they are bi-mode, which is nice. But unfortunately, I think whoever's electrifying the Midland Main Line from Bedford up to Nottingham and Sheffield actually cancelled it, and Derby, I should say. Unfortunately, is that an entire house on the back of that lorry? Looks like an entire temporary two-story office block on the back of that truck there. Goodness, all the traffic is able to accelerate faster than I am, to get overtaken by 1,000,001 lorries.
Even a tow truck.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't help that I've got a 20-ton marble block on the back of this thing, which is something which is also I could do in BeamNG Drive, if you've ever heard of that. That's like a crashing...
I have heard of it. I've seen some really funny YouTube videos where they'll see like how fast you can make a car go, like that's not the best explanation. It's like physics simulations.
Yeah.
And their cars will get like how many stop signs does it take to stop this car, and they just launch a car at ludicrous speed through like 500 stop signs, and then it crashes off the side of a cliff, and it's just the engine block spinning in the air.
Yeah. BeamNG does have good crashes, but what is very nice about the BeamNG developers is there's no payment that you have to give to them besides the base game itself. They keep doing updates every few months or so to the base game. So a few days ago, BeamNG .38 dropped with a quarry, like mining dump truck, and a front loader, so which is very cool. I really do like that update.
Okay, so the 147 is coming with a 2010 errors timetable.
Yeah. Despite the Stuttgart rebuild that would have occurred by then, to be fair.
It looks very much like, I've
Keep
already
right.
forgotten the name now because
Then
I'm looking
exit
at the
right.
Train Sim World screen. It does look like it looks nice.
Yeah.
Exit right.
90 though, that's what I'm interested in.
Right.
And the name of that. But yes, besides the GWER, can't really think of much else that's
Yeah, me neither.
I can't think of anything because everything else is
Next year.
not, yeah, like it's not close enough that they could theoretically release it this year, or it's not, because I know on the Dovetail Discord there's I can't remember if it was Alex, Jamie or Harry, but one of them said that the Frankenbahn was going to be the last release of the year in the lead up to Christmas. So to me that sounds like they're not releasing any new, like anything that they've announced as coming soon to Train Sim World. I don't think we're going to get before the new year. So
But
anything we could get would have to be something they've potentially already had an option to release. So like
Get
something
ready to
like the
turn left.
GWER.
Yeah.
I think
But-
there've been a few opportunities where they've would have
Turn
released
left.
it, but I've decided to wait and then add extra stuff in.
Yeah. But there could be another reason, there could be another way they can do it. Because they're talking about DLC releases, they could technically release the remastered GWE as an update and then save the HST farewell pack until they've refined the route a bit by the new year.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I think we do need to also remember that it's never been said that those two products were being like released together, tied hand in hand, are a married pair. I think they were announced in close proximity to each other, and as a community we've just kind of taken the idea and run with it that the GWE remaster is coming with that DLC. So
Yeah.
as you say, they could release the GW remaster and then next year, in a couple of months' time, release the HST pack.
Yeah, that could definitely happen. But one thing I do hope is, that's where we're going off on the left, a nuclear power plant.
Nice.
But yeah, we're just going to be turning around here. I just want to discover, we're not doing a job here. I just wanted to discover this place so I can quick travel through to it and get jobs out of it. Oh, I'm getting overtaken. Oh, lovely. Oh no. The guy who's overtaking me had to crash on the brakes in order to avoid hitting oncoming traffic. Oh dear.
Should just be patient.
Caution.
Should just be patient. You'll be over the hill.
Dang
soon
it, I
enough.
just got fined for speeding. 200 euros, 15 kilometers an hour over the limit. Thanks. That's my first speeding ticket of this career. Lovely.
Was that a traffic camera?
It probably was. There are no police officers around. But I hate
I
where
didn't
that
even
camera was
realize there were
placed.
traffic cameras in the game. That is so cool.
I hate where the cameras were placed because you hit that 50 limit and then had to slow down rapidly, and then there was a camera directly after. So yeah. Anyway, I'll remove this waypoint. So yeah, there we go. So we're currently here. We have to head all the way up here into Bordeaux. So yeah, we're crossing
Time to
most
get
of the
the
south of
job done.
France here on this job. Yeah. Where did you come from? Come on, buddy. I've got places to be. Whoa, that's a tight turn. Bit of a tight turn.
At the roundabout,
Whoa,
take the
whoa.
third exit.
About. Okay, I almost rear-ended this guy. Oops.
I think the main reason I don't think we'll get any kind of main DLC releases, I just don't think Dovetail or any of the other studios want to release anything over the Christmas holidays.
True. Yeah, definitely.
And
I
then
think.
have to have staff on, or even themselves have to be on to support the release.
Yeah.
Whereas the GWE remaster is basically just an update that is already being beta tested.
Exit
People on the
now.
forums are talking about it. So there would be not as much, if any, support required. I think more than anything, yeah, I just don't think, with Christmas being right there, so it's a very awkward time. Although we did get a free DLC last Christmas and we haven't gotten one of those this year. GWE Remaster, it's technically free for those that have it.
Yeah. Well, one thing I hope is with this update, I hope that, like with when the Rest Somerset Railway remastered, I really hope that they do a one-off sale and put the what is it? I'm trying to remember. The
Virtual Riviera
GWE on a deep discount, so people who don't have it can get it. Being extra careful and slowing down before we get to the 50 board. There we go. Because I don't want to get into the fine.
Did the West Somerset Railway have the class 52 and 33 before the remaster, or were they after the remaster?
They were pre-remaster, so I think they were like 2018 and 2019 respectively, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So it was just the Cathcart Circle remaster that, I mean, it didn't come with a paid DLC, but it was accompanied by a paid DLC.
And I do, to be fair, I absolutely adore the Class
I love the
380.
380. I love it. I love it to bits. I'm just trying to think in my head if they might go with a similar thing that they did with Cathcart with the GWE, and then do the remaster and offer a because didn't they say that it was coming with a timetable for the GWE, or was it services for the GWE? I don't 100% remember.
I'm not exactly sure,
Get ready to turn right.
but
Because that could be really cool. I'm just, as a random tangent, if they released like they did Cathcart and the 380, if they released the GWE remaster and the HST pack, and it has some kind of separate cool timetable that was like a historical timetable, but almost not historical. Like it had, I don't know how to word it because I don't know the right words, but like rail tour layers and some BR stock kicking about, HSTs.
Yeah.
Not fully modern. I don't know the words to use.
Yeah. One thing I might have to do is, because the new timetable that's coming with the remaster has a layer for Diesel Legends of the Great Western stock, I might finally have to get that pack, because it also would give me layers on Riviera.
Well, I mean, the GWE now has layers for the Diesel Legends timetable. You could just get it now and then have your layers now.
But the trouble is, I don't want to get it at full price. That's the issue. I don't think it's worth it
No,
at
but
full
the
price.
GWE remaster is not going to include it. It's not including the Diesel Legends. You still would have to purchase that as a separate purchase.
I don't mean like the
Right.
timetable that comes with Diesel Legends. I mean that stock from Diesel Legends will have layers in the remastered timetable. So,
You'd still be buying the DLC though.
yeah, but I just would buy it for layers in the remastered timetable and not for its own timetable, if you know what I mean. Because I don't
No, but
think
my
it's
point-
a realistic timetable, to be honest.
No, but you'd be buying it. Yeah, but you'd be buying it for the layers in the updated GWE timetable and for the Riviera.
Yeah, precisely.
So why wait? Why wait now when you could just play the Riviera layers now? And then when the GWE comes, you get to play them.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but like just as a devil's advocate, you don't have to wait for the GWE.
True.
You do have content that you would play now.
Yeah.
Either way, you wouldn't be playing the original, you wouldn't play it on its original own timetable either way.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, a truck with a double log trailer just overtook me. That feels rather terrifying. But seriously, like, the variety of traffic in these mod packs is actually insane. Like, the default traffic's decent, but this, my goodness.
No, there's a lot of variety. Not just in the trucks. Like, there's a lot of different trucks, but I'm seeing different buses, cars, even the lighter trucks, the little small tipper style ones.
Yeah.
There goes the coach ones.
Yeah, and a dump truck, another dump truck, 2 cars, a gas tanker, cement mixer. Yeah, like there's a ton of and that was a portable office. That was another coach. Like, yeah, there is a ton of variety. And yeah, I also installed a traffic density, so the traffic like realistically increases or decreases depending on the time of day, which I really do like.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, Matt, I just want to say I didn't mean to if I sounded aggressive there.
No, it's fine.
I wasn't. Well, it's not that I was trying to tell you to like that you anything to do. It's just more like I don't know how to put it. But I wasn't. I'm sorry if I sounded aggressive. It's all. I have a very positive outlook on train sim world stuff. If you haven't been able to figure that out already.
Well,
so like whenever I can see an opportunity to like wedge.
I get it. Like, you're, another reason I get Diesel Legends is the blue Class 52. I like the maroon version, but the blue version does have a nice livery to it.
You know what I would love to see though is I would love to see the BR blue livery on the 52, but cleaned up in a heritage paint job.
Yes.
Not the BR era. Dirty used one. Like, give it a proper BR blue heritage do up. Like, I think even find a particularly memorable nameplate and a number and slap it on it. I don't mean to say slap it on it in a bad way, but
yeah,
if it because you're not wrong. The maroon one is nice, but that BR blue just looks so good.
Yeah.
Was the 52 used to be called, sorry, that's not how you speak English, Melbourne Train Guy. At one point was the nickname for the Class 52 the Warship.
No, I think you're thinking of, is it the Class 42 that has the nickname Warship? But the Class 52 is nicknamed the Western, so no.
I know it has a I know that there is a train, not the 52, but I'm pretty sure there's a train in, not in Train Sim World, but in BR Era that had an engine that was actually from a ship.
Oh, I did not know that.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google that because I'm pretty sure I saw that on the NRM's YouTube channel.
Yeah, I've seen a decent amount of BR Blues stock in real life. I actually saw a Western Champion, a Class 52, Class 42, and a Class 46 all coupled together on their way to the Greatest Gathering at Maidenhead while I was heading up to Blackpool earlier this year. And then I've also seen a Class 55 in the National Railway Museum. I've seen a BR Green Class 20 also in the NRM. Yeah.
What does the Class 20 look like in BR Green?
It looks honestly.
Is that the color that's on the 33 in Train Sim World?
Yeah. Yes. No, bit of a darker green. Bit of a darker green, I think.
But still, that would look so
Right.
good.
Yeah.
There's something that just looks really good about. I mean, I can't drive BR Era locos. I think I've proven this more than once, but they do look really nice.
And also, I've also seen, as I said before, I've seen Sir Kenneth Grange in the National Railway Museum. I've seen the Mallard, and then also, for some reason, the National Railway Museum actually has something which I've seen before in Japan. They actually, if you know, like the original bullet train, like the Zero series, like the original, like the iconic one.
Shinkansen power car.
Yeah, they actually have a Shinkansen power car from the 1960s at the National Railway, National Railway Museum, for some reason.
Of all the places.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a railway museum, but you wouldn't expect that. I think they've got a TGV power car in there too, from one of the original series
No,
TGVs.
I don't think. No, I don't think they do.
No,
They do.
Eurostar.
They
Right,
have a
Eurostar.
Eurostar, yeah. And
Yeah,
also,
sorry, yeah, it was a Eurostar.
and they also have, yeah. Well, the reason I bring up the Zero Series power car is because I've actually seen two other front power cars, Zero Series power cars in real life. One of them is actually stored about an hour's drive away from me in real life, and the other one is at the Kyoto Railway Museum near Osaka, which I went to in 2015, I think. That's a pretty cool museum too. I highly recommend it. But yeah.
I don't actually. I probably should know, but I don't actually know where they are. Where the closest railway museums would be to me.
Yeah.
I know that the Newport Works has their open day. Hopefully, they still have their open day every year. I'm pretty sure that's down in Newport, which is
Keep left.
probably from where I am several hours. I mean, it takes me 2 hours to get to Melbourne from where I live.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's by train.
Yeah.
By car, it's probably longer than that.
Keep left.
My city actually, I'm actually quite thankful because my city has bus connections to a lot of large cities, but also has a bullet train connection and a air connection to the outside world, but to Tokyo, and they're building a bullet train connection to Osaka as well. So that's very nice. Like the bullet trains, you cannot comprehend how comfortable and just smooth they are. Like, I've been on some British high-speed trains. I've been on a Grand Central Class 180 and an LNER Class 800, and both of them were pretty uncomfortable. But the bullet trains are just, even today, are just so far ahead of anything else in terms of passenger comfort and speed. So much so that the Chinese built a lot of them under license for their high-speed network back in the day.
Keep left.
I don't think I've ever been on anything that's classed as high speed, so I don't think I could say. But one thing I do know is a lot of people say that the 80X or the 800, 801, 802 are fairly uncomfortable trains to ride in.
Yeah,
It's
and
a
I
little
can
bit
personally
confusing
attest to
for me.
that.
I don't think I'll ever get a chance to ride one of them in real life. The UK is very far away from Australia.
Yeah, but thankfully Qantas is actually starting up a direct flight connection from Sydney to Heathrow next year, if you're which should take 19 hours each way.
19 hours, oh my days. It's only a 2-hour flight to Western Australia or a 2-hour flight to New Zealand, and I can only just barely stand that. I don't think I could do 19 hours. I would go so insane being cooped up for that long. Although I could always take a laptop with me and play Train Sim.
Yeah. Well, I've been on 14-hour flights, and that was bad enough because economy class seats are not what they used to be in terms of comfort. But 19 hours in a plane, I just can't even comprehend how bored I would get. Like, because you would start running out of films to watch on the in-flight entertainment.
Well, that's exactly it. You could only watch so much before you literally could not. Even if there was still something to watch, you literally would be bored out of your skull.
Exit right.
You have to pack a lot of books, some audio books, music, a laptop to watch stuff on.
Yeah.
Maybe take an ant farm so you've got
right.
some other entertainment too.
Yeah. Oh,
It's a
I'm
really
almost
nice
there.
looking map.
This is still my first job of the day, and I've been going for like an hour. My goodness.
It's a really nice looking map.
Yeah, this is part of the Vive la France DLC that's getting on a bit. It was released in 2015, I think it was, but it's had pretty much constant updates and seems to be, and is pretty decent. Yeah. And this is the default graphics engine as well, so it's not like modded or anything. There are some decent graphics mods, but I tried to not use those because I want to keep how the game looks stock, if you know what I mean.
You know, I get what you mean.
Yeah. One thing I am looking forward to in this game is the Coaches DLC, because they'll actually add drivable buses and and it'll affect the base game and every single map DLC. They're updating every single map DLC to be compatible with this Coaches DLC.
See, I think that's a really interesting way of doing it. And I mean, interesting in a good way, not in a curious way. Because essentially what they're doing is they're releasing a bus game, but inside of their existing truck game, and allowing them both to interact with each other.
Oh, I just missed my turn.
It's literally the best way of doing. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you there.
No, it's
in my opinion,
fault.
it's the best way of doing it, rather than like if they had, let's say, they released their bus game as a completely separate game, like
like something like Bus Sim 21.
Done. Oh, don't get me started on Bus Sim. I played Bus Sim 21. Their buses. It's not a good game. I don't want to be too critical because I will be very critical. It's not a good game.
Yeah.
I much prefer City Transport Simulator, but even in that game still has a little bit of roughness. It's a lot of roughness around the edges. Still a really fun game. It's
Exit now.
Yeah, I mean, just as a rough example, I streamed randomly the other night in City Transport Simulator.
I saw that.
And the first service I did was in a tram, and then I drove a bus, and then I went back to the tram, and it was just broken.
Oh no.
None of the inputs on my controller would work. The exact tram I drove prior, and I'd done nothing, changed nothing, just stuff like that. And then you may have seen my short on YouTube of the bus that just disappeared.
Yeah, I saw that. That was very weird.
It's funny, but after like the 10th, 20th time that it happens, it gets annoying.
Yeah. What doesn't help is
stuff
that
like that.
Yeah. What doesn't help is that this game was developed by someone else, but it was published by Dovetail Games.
This is where it ends.
And it's basically
not this one.
Oh really? Oh, okay, my bad.
Nope. So, City Transport Simulator Tram was developed by ViewApp and published by Dovetail Games, but for whatever reason, and it was never publicly said why, they decided to split ways. And then ViewApp basically made City Transport Simulator from scratch, and then made City Transport Simulator Bus.
Oh,
and that's what we have now. It's a completely different game. Okay. I don't even think you can get the original one anymore, but you are correct, but Or Wavelength and Dovetail and View App decided to split ways.
That was
And I am
almost
curious.
1,000 kilometers. Phew!
Holy,
14, almost
Holy
15
heck.
grand for that long.
nice. How much of that's going to go back into filling up the tank?
Career
Though?
oh, there's a skill thing I haven't unlocked. I actually leveled up twice. My goodness.
Nice.
And I've also got an email. That's usually like offers of stuff. Oh, we can loan you money, basically. I actually, it's a point of pride for me that I've never taken out a loan in this game, and I'm not gonna start now. So let's get a job. Since I don't own my own truck, when you start out in the career, if you don't own your own truck, you just do quick jobs and they give you the truck for the time. But yeah, you can eventually get your own truck and customize it, and there's a ton of customization. Also, with these like little red and white bars, those are from the Special Transport DLC, and those are basically like oversized loads, dangerous loads, like stuff like wind turbine blades and stuff like that. Huge tires, for instance.
Nice. Or like mining equipment. Well, I would
Yeah.
probably see it as mining equipment in Australia, but
Oh my
I
goodness.
get the idea. That's cool.
Oh my goodness, all the way to Switzerland? That would take a while. Crossing France and then half of Switzerland. That's... Ooh, should I go... Do you think I should go down into Spain? Because I actually haven't explored any of the Iberia DLC yet. And that'll take me via Bayonne, Pamplona, Teruel, and then down to Port de Sagunt. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to go down into Spain.
That might be good. Yeah, it'll get you also into a different country for jobs to take like next time as well.
Ooh, I've got a Scania. I do like Scanias. I actually, in my previous career
Let's
playthrough,
do
I actually
this.
owned a Scania. It was quite a nice piece of kit. So I actually
Are
want
they
to...
on the back forklifts?
Sorry. Oh, is that... I didn't even notice the cargo. I just took it because it looked decent. Yeah, it is forklifts. Nice. Usually, most of the cargo in this game is actually licensed, so it's like the proper
Oh no,
people.
they look like I think they look like those earth-moving little skid steer things.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, probably. Oh, should I go just
I
out of the
thought
way
this
and
for
go
some
via
reason, that's why I thought
Zaragoza?
maybe
I don't know. Or, should I go... How would I go via Zaragoza?
Is there a petrol station in there?
Yeah,
That
there
you could
is.
perhaps maybe use that as a go via. Like if you come a bit further in, you can unlock the point to unlock it and grab
Fast travel
some
point, yeah.
gas. Yeah,
One
and it
thing
doesn't take you too far off your route.
Yeah. One thing I like is that there's a bunch, in the France DLC anyway, there's a bunch of little roads off, like for Golfec, for example, that we just visited, or Civaux, where you can do jobs in and out of the nuclear power plants there, which is such a cool idea. I love that. And then, so we pass by Madrid. Ooh, and then we'd be right next to Valencia. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Here we go.
Yeah, let's see. Okay, can I turn around? I think I have to do a turnaround here. So I'll just go to external view. Right, easy does it. Easy does it.
Now,
Yes.
full off the steering wheel, pedal to the floor. All of the beans, all of the beans.
And also, one nice thing about the oh, it's sometimes I have this issue where it doesn't want to shift to the next gear in automatic mode. Come on. Yep, there we go. It misshifted again, and
Turn
again, and again. Okay, I don't get this issue often, but it does plague me a bit in the with realistic automatic. I'm not entirely sure why it happens, but ooh. I can't see around that bus. Right, just go, 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 go. Speed. And it's still not shifting. Come on. Shift,
At
buddy.
the roundabout, take the third exit.
Hang on, I'll try and coax it into... Yeah, I think if I do careful throttle management, I can avoid that. Let's see. Yes, okay. I like the cruise control in this game has a smart mode where it keeps it a certain distance that you can set from the car in front, which is very nice. And it also,
That's pretty cool.
and I think it also does automatic emergency braking. Oh no, Why is there a traffic jam? Hang on. Oh, everything's crammed onto this roundabout. Oh no, we might be here for a bit.
That is certainly not ideal.
Yeah.
Only
Anyway.
it was a set of traffic lights.
No, yeah, it could be a set of traffic lights off the map. No? Is everything moving? Okay, traffic is moving well from side to side, from the left to the right, but anyone trying to get on the roundabout is having a tough time, because there's just no gaps to get in. Ugh. Anyway. You came here for shenanigans, viewers, and this is what you get. Anyway, so
I don't think that car at the front's taking any chances with any of those gaps.
Yeah. The traffic is on it. Yeah, it's pretty. The traffic is pretty conservative. No, yes, there goes the ambulance, and then that fire truck's following him. Uh oh.
Nice.
Okay. Yes. Finally. Whoa! That guy catapulted on. Oh, crumbs. Really?
Exit now.
Don't cut in front of me. Crying out loud. The AI traffic in this game can be very annoying sometimes. Bloody hell. I know I don't normally curse on streams, but oh my goodness.
Keep right.
That was
exit
very
right.
nearly an accident there, and it didn't help that I didn't apply the brakes at all and just sped toward him honking.
Exit right.
Turn right. Alright. So, Melbourne, what trains have you been driving recently in TSW? Like, have you been driving your favorite ScotRail stock, or have you been doing some of the, like, BR stuff, or German, or...
Actually, I've been. Well, I typically always get a 170 run in whenever I play Train Sim World. And I'm not even joking. Whenever I turn the game on, I always fit a 170 run in there somewhere because it's such a fun train to ride. But actually, I've been driving the DBBR 411. I believe it is the ICET.
Yeah, that's the Ice T.
Frankfurt S-Bahn, and I've been driving the... Oh my days, this is going to test my memory now. The 193, that's the Vectron. I've been driving the Railpool 193 on the Ludwigsbahn.
Nice. I've been, honestly, like, mainly doing Riviera stuff, so stuff like the HST, 166, 802, 220, 150.
How have you been enjoying the Riviera dish all of the goss? You only just got it?
Yeah, I got it as part of TSW6 Deluxe, and you can probably hear the rain absolutely pouring down outside of my window right now. And no, I correct myself, hail. Hopefully you
Actually,
heard that.
No, I can't. I cannot hear whatever noise cancelling you have. I can't hear anything.
Yeah, it's pretty loud on my end. But yeah, weather here can get pretty brutal here in winter. Like, not too cold temperature-wise. Usually, like, the minimum we get is like just below freezing. But oh my goodness, like hail. We've even had purple lightning here on occasion, and I'm not kidding. Like purple lightning.
I've seen videos of that. It looks so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know, dangerous as heck, but I don't know. Nature has this way of just really mesmerizing you sometimes.
Yeah. That's unfortunately, I think one of the talking of seasons, one of the major things with Euro Truck Sim is the lack of seasons. It's always permanent summer, and
That is a shame.
that is a major shame.
A bit of like rain and lightning storm. That's one of my favorite weather patterns to use in Train Sim World is lightning storms.
Yeah, I mainly
Ooh,
use
that reminds me.
the live weather mod myself because I try to keep it somewhat realistic. But yeah.
Okay.
If I
Let's
could
find
use
you.
mods, there are a few I would like to try, but unfortunately consoles I don't think will ever get mod support.
I didn't know
I
the
just
AI
don't see it.
traffic could use the gas stations. That's actually cool.
That is pretty cool. Nice. That bus just pull in.
Yeah, that's actually so sick. I love that. Put it in neutral.
Make
Let's fill
sure
up
you
the
pay
tank.
for your gas there, boss buddy.
Oh, yeah, there's another one. There's an orange truck coming in that's filling up on the old fuel. Look at that.
Nice.
I love that. That is so cool. So the AI
How have
traffic
you
just
been finding... Sorry, go ahead.
the AI traffic just doesn't only use the roads but also like interacts with the assets around like you do, which is actually so cool.
It makes it feel more lived in. It's I don't want to say immersive because it's not a word I like to use, but it makes it feel more alive, like more less AI and more actual. Like that could be another player in that's coming in for gas too, if you get what I mean.
Yeah.
A lived in world. I guess immersion is probably a better word I should have just used there.
Yeah.
So what I was going to ask is how have you been finding the 802?
The 802, I'm going to just come out and say it, it's probably my preferred version of the IET in-game over the Class 801 because you have the option to do electric or diesel, and plus I just like the IET and GWR colors. But it still has the trouble with recycled Class 377 sounds that the Class 801 had, which I'm
Thank
not...
you. Yes, I was going to ask you. I didn't know they came from the 377, but am I going crazy? Or when you accelerate from a stand in the 802, does it not sound like the 801?
It sounds basically identical to the 801.
Just with some diesel engine sounds almost slapped over the top of it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that in a critical way, but I mean probably in a critical way. But I thought I was going crazy, but I'm like, this sounds just like the 801. I don't get it. Shouldn't it sound different? It's on diesel mode. There shouldn't be electric sounds here. What?
Well, to be fair, I think I've heard one IET in diesel mode, and you do hear the sounds of the electric motors when it's in diesel mode. So that part at least is realistic.
But the sounds, they are identical. It's the exact sound of the 801. There's more to my
See what I
point.
meant
Like,
about the
it's
AI
not-
traffic being absolute numbskulls? That Persia just turned into me. Sorry to interrupt
someone-
you.
oh,
Someone turned
you know,
into
there
me
was a-
while I was changing lanes.
Yeah, there's a delay in the in our voice chat, the stream, so I just saw it as you were saying it happened, so it caught me off guard there too. That bike went past you and the red car pulls into you.
Yep.
So I don't mean it.
Yeah.
I don't mean it so much as like if I don't think the 802's electric sounds exactly like the 801. Like that's what the point I'm trying to drive is if you closed your eyes and had the two of them there, they sound identical. It sounds like they've taken the 801 from the ECML and stuck some diesel sounds over the top of it.
Going to,
Again, I'm not to get ranty, sorry.
yeah.
I
But
love it.
yeah,
love it.
I get it. Slow
It's
down.
weird. You know what I do like? The analog gauges.
The analog gauges I do like, and that's a nice touch that GWR put in. Like one of the
good.
videos that actually encouraged me to get into train sim was this video by PTG Rail, who sadly no longer making videos. Is one of the last videos he ever made, and it was a run from what was it, Penzance to Paddington in Train Sim Classic on Just Trains' Western Lines of England route, I think it was. And he was in a Class 800, and one of the things I really liked was the analog gauges. But the trouble is, since the 802 is a diesel and the 801 is normally an electric, we'd have to put the 802 in electric mode in order to 802 in electric in order to like really do a proper comparison between the sounds.
That's no you can spot them both on the East Coast main line. In fact, didn't Dovetail do that when they did their GBR liveries? If you notice, the GBR livery screenshots that they did inside of Train Sim were an 802 on the East Coast main line.
Yeah.
I still think there's more to that. We're probably going to see some kind of livery pack.
Yeah, which I probably won't get because I'm not too much a fan of the GBR livery. I think it's a bit too fussy for me, but yes.
I don't like it. I like the colour choices. The blue. I'm very partial to the blue, but I don't. design. It's too there's too much going on, and it's too flaggish. If that makes
it's too,
any sense.
yeah, I get it. Trust me, I have something similar in Flight Sim. Southwest in real life, actually, Southwest Airlines in the United States painted one of their 737s with a massive American flag on the side, and I don't like it because it's just too patriotic. And I think I have the same thing with the Great British Railways livery.
I think that's what it is. Like, I know Americans are known for being very patriotic and putting flags on things, especially their national carriers. I get it, but it's too much, and I think that's why I don't like the GBR livery, because you look at it, and the longer you look at it, the more you just see the Union Jack and nothing else. And it's like, I don't want to see that. I want to see the train. Let me see the train.
Yeah.
I think they could probably do something with it, though. They could probably go through a few rounds of redesign. I like the idea. I would have thought they'd have gone with the double arrow design. Maybe not an exact BR kind of colour scheme, but surely use the design.
Yeah, but the double line livery, the double line logo is on the livery. They are using it as the official logo of GBR, so that's good. And I don't really like it as it is, but I do like what it represents. Like Railways of Britain finally being publicly owned again. Privatization.
No, you're absolutely right.
Privatization was never a good project. The government kept having to buy train operating companies and bail them out, or change operators, or investigate them for crimes, and then it just did not work as intended.
And at the end of the day, because I've heard from a lot of people that how expensive it is to travel on a train in the UK, which shouldn't really be the case considering how many different, not anymore, but how many different TOCs there would have been, how many miles of track there are, and how many trains there are. I think Mega Simulator Gamer was saying it was going to cost several £100s to go from where he was one way to the National Railway Museum.
Yeah.
So if nationalisation can make fares cheaper, that's going to be definitely good.
Unfortunately, I have to disabuse you of that notion. The Transport Secretary has said that nationalisation will not reduce fare prices.
How does that make sense?
No, it just doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Okay.
And
okay, well then I'm lost, because that makes no sense to me how that could. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me either.
Transport Minister, you do you. That's silly. That's unfortunate. That is really, but at least, as you say, now that it's all being pulled back under the national umbrella. If not cheaper fares, maybe more reliable services. I don't think the Transportation Minister has gone on television and say no, services won't be more reliable.
Yeah, and that'd be great if we could have better services on British Railways, because a lot of trains get delayed or cancelled in Britain. And
it's a running joke almost now, to the point where, like, your cross-country service ran. Oh wow. Just as a thing of how often they break down, which shouldn't really be the case in the country that started passenger railways. Like, come on now, guys.
Yeah. And just to give you an example of that, Train Simulator Driver took a cross-country Voyager to see to get a cab ride in Flying Scotsman, and almost missed it because his cross-country service predictably ran late.
Oh no.
Yeah, but thankfully he got there in time.
I was just about to say, hopefully he got there in time, because I would be absolutely gutted if I missed a trip on to fly a cab ride of all things on a Scotsman.
Yep.
Heck. And especially TSD, like, I don't enjoy Steve nearly as much as he does, and I would have been gutted. I could not imagine. Hopefully he got some compensation from that delay rebate thing you guys have.
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to get money back when the trains are late or something?
I'm not sure. Yes, for flights. I'm not certain about trains.
Oh, okay.
I think maybe they have something like that, but we'll.
Admittedly, I don't know a great deal about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's starting to rain. Hang on, I have to remember which button that is. There we go. One thing. Going back to the absurd fares, my brother and I actually booked a trip on. I think it was GWR, then the Elizabeth Line, Thameslink, and Avanti, and then Northern up to Blackpool from a place west of London, and it cost £300 for two people's two-way ticket, which is just absurd. Like, I can think a trip in Japan that would go the same distance that would probably cost well under half of that. And then you could go by bullet train, which is far more reliable.
So I don't understand miles. Do you know how many kilometers that would be roughly?
That would be 500 kilometers-ish.
Okay. 500 kilometers. It's not a terribly great distance, but even still, £300 seems like an extortionate amount of money.
Oh, 100%.
Travel on a train. I don't understand. Why is it that expensive? That makes no sense to me.
It does make sense, because if you think about it, the train operating companies are, at the end of the day, since they're privatized, or will be for the next few years, they're just out to make a profit, so they have to generate value for their shareholders.
Of course, in that aspect, it makes sense, yes. I wasn't thinking in my capitalist mindset. I was thinking in my, it can't cost that much to run a train across the network infrastructure and then park it at Euston or wherever it's parking for, however long it's parking. I'm trying to think of all the like logistical, like, I wasn't thinking like a capitalist.
Yeah. Well,
no, that makes sense.
Trust me, it gets worse. The water companies are privatized, and they keep going bankrupt.
No. Oh, you can't privatize like those kinds of utilities. That's asking for trouble.
Yeah, and it was all, well, most utilities in Britain were publicly owned until Margaret Thatcher privatized most of them during the 1980s. And yeah, people talk about Britain going downhill, and I think I know I shouldn't be doing a political rant here, but every single government in Britain since Thatcher has tried to cut costs, and that is not the answer.
Exit right.
Because that means that the services that you do have just keep getting worse and worse and worse until eventually they just collapse under their
Go straight on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but that's the double-edged sword of the cycle, because then the other side of politics does use the failing state of the systems now collapsed to get themselves into power, so that they can then prop the systems back up for the other people to say, oh, government's spending too much money, so they get re-elected to cut them all again, and the cycle just viciously repeats itself.
That's why I didn't want to get into a political rant, but it makes sense.
I'm with you 100% on that, because like I think I don't know about England, but especially in Australia, most politicians just generally have a vibe of anything that's wrong was the last bloke's fault. It's not our fault. Yeah. Even though we're going to do the same thing that they did, don't worry about that. I don't like politics one way or the other. I don't care. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that everything is so hypocritical to me, and I don't understand how people can't see the hypocrisy of politics and just be so disgusted by it.
Yeah. But the trouble is, it's the only system that really works if you don't want a dictatorship.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to say that.
I know what you're trying to say, but yeah. Wasn't it Winston Churchill who said democracy is terrible, but it's the only option we have, sort of thing? Yeah.
Probably would have been. You're not wrong either. It's not the greatest system, but it is it's the best of the systems that are available to be used.
Yeah. Also,
All the
by the
ones
way,
we
while we
could
were
have.
talking about politics, we just crossed the border into Spain. My first time coming here in this game.
Was that the sign on the side of the road? With
Oh,
the,
I think it was.
stars
Yeah,
around
you're
it?
right. I think I better slow down. Can't be going this fast. Sometimes the speed limit in Euro Truck Sim lets you go faster than you realistically would. Oh man, this is beautiful. Look at
That's
this.
nice, yeah.
Oh man, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Should have come here early. I've been trying to focus on France for a bit and trying to get a lot of places discovered there, but should have come earlier. I should have come here earlier. I want to come here in real life. I want to come here to do tourist stuff and see how good Renfe is. That's the National Railways operator. I want to see how good they actually are.
That rock face on the right hand side, that you've probably passed it by the time I'm saying this, sorry.
Yeah,
That lane coming up off the right and that rock face, that was
that was
really
good.
nice.
Yeah, should probably. Yeah, I'm trying to use the cruise control to maintain a decent speed, but it's hard when the road's wriggling around like this. Oh my goodness! Look at this little village. Oh my! Oh, hello. Gotta slow down.
I would love to play this. I really hope it comes to console.
It will. SCS have confirmed that both ETS and ATS are coming to consoles. I think
No
it's just
offense
taking a
to
while.
our North American brethren, but I don't think I would play American Truck Sim. I think I would probably play Euro Truck Sim.
I've played a bit of American Truck since I got both games on a 90% discount on Steam for like $2 each, and
I don't think there's anything necessarily like wrong with American Truck Sim. From a scenery standpoint, I think I would enjoy my time playing Euro Truck more than American Truck. I
Yeah.
also just have a preference for I just like flat pad. Pardon me. I like pad over.
Boy, Pamplona discovered. Nice.
So nice. Long nose trucks don't look as nice to me. Those
Oh,
Europe cabo.
Took that corner too fast. Almost lost it.
At the roundabout.
You're scaring the heck out of
take the second exit.
that bus driver there, though.
Oh, come on, shift.
Keep
It has
right.
trouble shifting through the lower gears. You have to use like a modicum of throttle control in order to get it to shift, which is interesting.
Exit now.
Oh my goodness.
Is this using
yeah.
Is this using the trigger on an Xbox controller?
Yes, so I believe it does have PlayStation DualSense controller support, if you know what that
Okay.
At
is.
the roundabout.
I
take
do
the
know what that
second
is, and I was just about to say you might.
Oh yeah,
have
my brother's on a
bit
PlayStation,
more-
he just confirmed that. Yeah, it does have DualSense support.
Your
Yeah.
brother has superior taste in consoles. Let me just say,
Yeah.
because
Well-
PlayStation is the superior console.
I bought an Xbox controller because it would then be compatible with Flight Sim, so when I'm not at
Exit
home and
now.
don't have access to my flight joystick, I can fly it. But now that purchase doesn't make any sense now that Flight Sim 24 is now on PlayStation and has official PlayStation controller support. That's a bus. Right. Yes, the Spaniards let you do 90 kilometers an hour on motorways in a truck. That's so nice. Oh, hello.
Kilometers per hour or miles per hour?
Kilometers an hour.
90 on a motorway is not even that fast. Surely you'd be able to get your truck up to 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah, you would, but that wouldn't be legal.
Really?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Well, in Europe, it seems there's a 90 kilometer an hour limit for trucks across the board.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's also yeah, we're having a bit of a traffic jam into this toll gate here. I think a lot of stuff is trying to cram its way into 2 lanes for the card. For like the cashless lanes. I think that's what those are. And what also another thing that I love about the map DLCs in this game is they all have a different feel from one another, and that's so cool. How they all have like a different feel, different atmosphere to one another.
That's a Volvo coach bus, is it?
I
Nice.
think it is, yeah. Don't think it has a badge, but yeah. Right. Easy does it. Right.
Pretty sure Irizar's owned by Volvo in the corporate umbrella of things.
Yeah.
I know it's a Spanish manufacturer. I'm not
Volvo?
sure.
Did you say that it was a Volvo? Oh!
I thought I remembered Irizar being owned by Volvo, but I could be mistaken.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm not on the other side. Looks as though they have a traffic jam there too. Dear.
If only there was a truck-only lane.
Do you have that in Australia? Like a truck-only
No.
lane? I think
No, no.
on certain American highways they have truck-only lanes.
Although I do often hear people call the right-hand lane the quote-unquote fast lane, as if there's some magical extra speed limit that applies to you if you're in the right-hand lane.
Yeah.
But no, we have 3 lanes or 2 lanes on the motorway, and as long as you keep left unless you're overtaking.
Ooh, wind turbine
Everyone just
blades.
uses
Did you see that? Sorry to interrupt,
missed
but
that.
trying to
Oh.
point out the scenery. Oh man, this Spanish scenery is beautiful. And I've played this game on
Very
pretty
nice
high
countryside.
graphics too, and it's running flat 60 FPS as well. It's not like, and even with all the traffic, it's barely having any performance reduction whatsoever.
Like, not to
Love that.
take any random stabs at any random games here, but I'm noticing a distinct lack of micro stutter. For an
Yeah.
open world game is really nice because it's annoying when you're playing a driving game and you have stutter.
Yeah. We all know what game we're talking about, but yeah.
If you know, you know, and I think everybody does.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Talking
Although,
about that
actually-
game, yeah.
Well, no, in fact, I was just about to say, talking about that game, did you hear about the texture streaming tool?
I was just about to
finally
mention
being
that.
figured out. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that
Yeah. And that should
issues
hopefully
finally-
improve computer performance too if they fix that.
well, it'll increase the performance across the board, because at the minute the only way to avoid the issue is just to have a lot of RAM or not play for a lot of time, which means a high-end computer, or get frustrated and turn off your console or computer.
Yeah.
So like, I think everyone's going to see uplifts from this being the fix being implemented. I'm just so glad, because now that they know what the issue is, they don't have to spend any more time on finding it. All of the time can be spent on fixing it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no more time needing to be spent identifying, which is just great.
Oh, 100%.
Because like, who knows what all avenues they were looking into. I mean, I don't know games development, but I really hope, honestly, really hope that the next few patches. Just stopped myself because I've had an absolutely terrible thought, and I don't want to say it out loud, because if you say them out loud, it wills them into existence. But let's hope it doesn't get saved for a future edition, if you know what I mean.
Come on, buddy. Get in my lane. Get in my lane. Get in my lane. There you go.
Because I would be very disappointed, even with my overwhelming positivity for Train Sim World. I would be pretty disappointed if they kept this fix for Train Sim World 7.
If they did, that would be true to form, but yeah, it'd be very annoying.
It would be, I think it would probably be even a bit much for me. I'd probably be like, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because
and then,
there's no, like, I mean, you can make, this is the thing that would sell it for me, though, as being the worst thing you could do. You can make a business case for it.
yeah.
That's it. You cannot make a case for the player, you cannot make a case for the game. But you can make a business case, which means if they held it, it would be the only time you could objectively say, without question, it was for the money.
Yeah. And then also them also bringing back regional editions recently after ending the free starter pack.
Don't get me started.
That-
No, don't get me started, Matt.
Oh, that was
because Dovetail Matt said on stream on the Train Sim World 6 preview stream, we're not doing regional editions this year, and this is why. I went to great length to explain why they weren't. And then
Well,
they
maybe
did,
that was the
and
case
I'm
at the time. Maybe that was the case at the time, and then they.
No,
and
I
then
don't.
the
I don't
corporate
accept it
guys-
though,
Hmm,
because
True.
Matt is corporate. You forget. Dovetail Games.
yeah,
Matt
he's the executive producer.
he's corporate. He's corporate. He's
Yep.
not like Jamie and Harry anymore. He's corporate now. So when he says corporate things, it carries corporate weight. You can forgive Harry because he's the community manager. He doesn't know corporate things.
Yeah.
She rather. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was mixing Harry and Alex up there. I didn't mean to do that.
Move out the.
But what just really annoys me is that they would have known when they made that statement exactly when the free starter pack was going to end and in what circumstances it would have ended. They would have had already gotten all of the plans and pricing, and remember, you have to submit these things for certification. It's a new
Yep.
edition of Train Sim World, which means you have to send it to Sony and to Microsoft. How long beforehand?
A very long
That's
time
the excuse
beforehand.
because that's the excuse they use for why it takes so hard to push patches out. So like they would have known when
Oh,
they made those
100%.
statements.
Yeah, now
that
that
they
I
were
think about it,
coming.
they would have 100% have known. Yeah.
So like that's what's frustrating for me about the regional editions. They would have known. It's not a we forgot. It's through the cracks. No, come on.
Yeah.
The corporate. So I'm really frustrated about the regional editions, only because if you knew, do them from the start. Why? Why are we playing this game?
Yeah.
Sorry to get
Precisely.
ranty, but
Yeah.
it's frustrating because I know so many people who have not gotten Train Sim World because all they wanted was the Riviera line. And they didn't want any of the other nonsense, and they wanted a regional edition, and they go, oh, we're not getting one this year? Okay, I'll wait till, and whatever, then okay. And like, all of a sudden it comes, it's like, come on.
Yeah. It was. Yeah. I was planning on doing that myself. I was planning on just getting Riviera. But then I saw the price of TSW6 Deluxe. But I was planning on getting Riviera. But then I saw the price of TSW6 Deluxe and saw it wasn't too much more than getting just Riviera into 220. So I decided, right, I'll just get that instead and then play with.
This is the thing.
Yeah. Joel says, hate to interrupt, but Matt, please send me your logo. Oh, I assume that's for the Are We There Yet video. I will send that if you could remind me after the stream is finished. No.
That's the thing with the
Keep right. And then
sales.
exit right.
At the minute, it's actually cheaper on Epic Games to buy Train Sim World Deluxe Edition
Exit right.
than it is to buy just the Riviera line.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Joel
essen-
says.
yeah.
Joel says, pause right now, please. I need it. It's actually good timing that you did that because we're just coming up to a rest stop in Zaragoza. So, I'll pause. I'll send to you my logo
While you do
once
that,
I'm.
I'm going to refresh my coffee because it's a
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a good
for me
time.
too.
Right.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to come back
Right.
before continuing. Joel says, thank you. Yeah, no problem, mate. Are you coming this way? No, you're not.
I'm
Turn
going
right.
to flick you back onto the bigger screen because my tiny eyeballs are tiny. No, my eyes are not good at seeing tiny things. I can't English. When can I ever English, Melbourne Train Guy?
Oh, trust me, I have the same thing. There's times when I just can't really say the stuff that I want to say. Come on, buddy. Alright.
I will say though, I think comparing Train Sim World 6 to Train Sim World 5, I think I've enjoyed Train Sim World 6 a lot more than I've enjoyed Train Sim World 5.
Yeah. I
Like the launch, I think I enjoyed better, and overall, so far, I've
At
just
the
had better.
roundabout, take the first exit.
yeah.
Without sounding like an absolute not
Keep
nice
right.
person, West Coast Main Line South wasn't
Exit
the best UK core release.
No, it
And,
wasn't.
it certainly took a bit of time to get itself to what it is now. I'm not going to say
Get ready
fixed
to
because I
turn
don't believe that it is. I think it's still missing services from the timetable and other layers. But
I think Birmingham to Crewe should have been the core route. In West Coast Main Line instead of West Coast Main Line South. I
Turn
think it's
right.
just that much better.
it is, and you know what? At the risk of sounding like a meanie, it probably would have worked out better had it been a core than a DLC, because it would have had the focus and attention of All Aboard and Dovetail.
Yep.
And maybe between the two of them together, they would have been able to get it done,
Keep left,
rather than
then turn left.
one getting sold and pushed under the bus by another, which I
Turn
find
left.
very sad, to be honest. It's not nice. I think it's a great route. I do own it, and I do play quite a lot. I've already got just over 1,000 miles on it.
Mhm.
But I think All Aboard got sold out a little bit there.
Yeah.
They didn't get as much. They didn't get as much attention from Dovetail. They didn't get as much insight and
Oh.
I think there would have been opportunities for Dovetail to step in and offer some UA.
Yeah.
Then also, I think they kind of just let All Aboard, because All Aboard came from Alan Thompson.
Make a U-turn.
I think there were a lot of assumptions. Well, All Aboard are the disgruntled former employees of Alan Thompson.
That would make sense.
Actually, no, I take that back. I shouldn't say disgruntled, because I don't know the situation. I know that something happened with money, and they're the former employees. But you do that thing for your brother. I'm going to grab a coffee, and I will...
Yeah.
What am I telling you what to do? This is your stream. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man.
No
Jeez.
worries, no worries, no worries. Hang on. I'll send that in a Discord DM, Joel. Just give me one quick second to do that. Anything else you need? No, nothing? Okay, just the logo. Lovely. Right, let's take you. Bam. Bam. Should it? Yep, it's sent. It's been sent. Right. Okay. Let's fill up the truck while we wait for Melbourne to return. Oh, yep. Sorry, mate. I came in the wrong way to this gas station, if you didn't notice. Yeah, let's just... Right, let's get turned around. I don't want to block the entrance to this place. 300 kilometers to go until wherever we're going now, I forget. Oh, blocked that motorcycle. I do apologize.
Finding new route.
Right, let's pull in.
When possible, make a U-turn.
Let's... I think the navigation system has this gas station around the wrong way. Anyway, so yeah, thank you all for watching the stream, by the way. So yeah, we've covered this distance from Bordeaux through Bayonne, Pamplona. We're currently in Zaragoza. We're going to pass through Teruel and then go into Port de Sagunt, and then I'll probably do a short job out of Valencia to end the stream. Yeah. We've actually gotten a large distance done. So we started off here, Porto Vecchio, and then took the ferry to Marseille, across to Bordeaux, and then down here. So we've actually covered a large chunk of Europe today. Yeah, just wait for Melbourne to return here before we get going again, because I don't want him to miss the scenery, honestly. Yeah. What SUV is that? Is that a Kia? I don't know. It's probably off-brand, but I don't know. Well, there's a lot of cars coming in here. Let's see. That's a Merc, I think. Is that a Merc? Yeah, that's a Merc. And you are something else, like a Skoda or something. Not... I love the variety of traffic. There we go. Oh. So, yeah, we're basically heading on a motorway all the way down into Port de Sagunt. I think, or maybe is this like a smaller road? No, it's hard to tell. Yeah, we've barely touched Spain. These DLCs are massive. My goodness, Hey Melbourne, I assume that's you, judging by the crashing in front of the microphone occurring right now.
My microphone not muted.
Yeah, it wasn't. I could hear shuffling in the background.
Oh, that's terrible.
I didn't hear any conversation, don't worry.
Oh, okay. That's not terrible then.
Yeah.
Maybe it mutes, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Fully,
If you have a look
it's got like 3 mics.
Yeah. If you have a look at the stream, you can see how much of Spain we've covered, i.e. basically none. We've covered like...
Damn.
It's massive!
It's gonna take like a whole week.
Oh,
like
yeah.
A whole week, a legitimate whole week.
Start up, please. Thank you kindly. Right. I came in this gas station the wrong way, so I turned around while you were away.
Keep right, and then exit right.
I apologise for that. I just figured maybe I was doing the top of coffee up and as a happenstance didn't have it ready. So
What did I hit? I didn't hit anything! Did you... I just hit thin air, damaged my truck, and then got fined 500 euros.
Did that grey car not hit the side of you?
I have legitimately no idea what I just hit.
Exit right.
Come on.
Would you like to know, just as a very random thing, the DLC that I bought for Train Sim World this morning?
The Holiday Express, wasn't it?
Oh, damn it. I did already post that, didn't I? Well, oh, well, I did. I did buy the Holiday Express, yes.
What do you think of it?
Okay. As a Train Sim World DLC, it's terrible.
Okay.
As a random thing that you buy for fun and shenanigans, it is the best thing in the world ever.
Really?
Oh my goodness. So it has no timetable services. It's legitimately just a free roam fun. There's a few scenarios that are Christmas themed and narrated. But basically, it's a model railway in a living room with a working Famicom with like NES graphics, Train Sim World, and a 465/9. It's so cute.
Oh.
But any train that you own will scale down to model railway size, and you can then jump inside and drive it.
That
Any train.
actually sounds like so much fun.
Any
Motorcycle, I
train.
need you to get out of the way, mate. There we go.
Of course, the first thing I put on there was a ScotRail 170.
Keep left.
And then the next thing I put on there was a SD70 consist from Cajon Pass with like 50 intermodal wagons. It was hilarious. And it comes with the cutest little cute F7. But no, any train, even German ones, any train you put on it shrinks it down to O gauge, I think it might be.
Oh my
But,
gosh.
more than that, all of the lights and all of the things have this little glow like they do on the DCC, like electric powered loco. Kids have got that cute little toy glow.
That
It's
actually
so cool.
That sounds like so much fun.
I was thinking of doing a cheeky little stream later of just like maybe an hour of muck around on it because it's so fun.
That actually sounds like
Maybe
a lot of
even a
fun.
video. I don't know, probably a stream because it's fun, but yeah, that's what I mean. As a Train Sim World DLC, it's terrible because it offers you nothing by way of services, but just for fun and shenanigans and stuff, like, it's fun. It's so fun. There's a couple of working switch tracks on there. There's some shunting.
Nice.
Like, it's a pretty, like, decent track layout too. There's a few little stations. One's called Living Room, one's called
Keep
Fireplace.
left.
Like, it's really well thought out. It's yeah, and I think Richie Rail had something to do with it because the F7 that comes with it's got his logo all over it.
Oh! Maybe it was like he sponsored it or he developed it or something. Helped develop it. I mean,
Keep left.
that's interesting. I do like Rishi. He's a nice chap.
It cost me he's a really fun chap. It cost me $15. I bought it at full price. And,
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, you know what? I've want shenanigans, but more than that, I think it's been such a, like, for the channel, like, I'm at 253 subs now, and I
Nice.
was, like, only at, like, I've not been long back on YouTube proper and taking it seriously, and I've had such a fun year, I thought, why not get on just a fun DLC?
Yeah.
And then, because the last stream of the year is on Christmas Eve, so I thought, why not have a fun stream?
That's actually a great idea.
Exactly. Put it in your wish list. Get it on a sale, because I don't think you will enjoy it at full price.
I don't think I'll
But,
get it, but it sounds fun. I'll probably have to watch your stream on Christmas Eve and see if it's any good or not from your perspective, because yeah.
I can say this. Once you see the kinds of fun and shenanigans you can have with it, I think I may be able to get a sale out of you. Not that I work for Dovetail or anything like that.
Yeah, I know that, but I would
It's all about framing, and I think if it went on sale cheap enough and you saw what fun you could have with it, wait till the stream. We'll see what we can do.
I'll probably get Diesel Legends on a decent sale, just for layering, honestly.
I'd recommend. I'm not going to try to sell you. I'm not going to try to sell you on its timetable. I enjoy it. I won't try to sell it to you. I know why you don't.
Yeah.
But for the layers, 100% get it. Get it on sale. Get it. Recommend.
So
And
where
I'll
does it
recommend
lay?
more.
So where does it start from that layer onto? So we know
If
for
I'm
certain
going
it
to-
layers on Riviera and GWE, but
Hang on. I'll just open Train Symbol again, and I can tell you exactly where it lands.
thanks.
I have all the UK DLC, and I have the Diesel Legends.
Wait a minute. I want to go into photo mode real quick because I just saw something on the back of a truck which intrigued me. Wait a minute. Can I speed up the camera? No. What even is that? Viewers, what is this on the back of this truck here? Is that like a
That,
what?
that
I-
looks like a...
I can't
bit
get near
closer.
it, but
Oh no, hold your camera as close as you can get to it. It's a rail car.
oh
It's a
yeah,
rail car
it
without
is.
the bogies and running gear.
And it's Polish, I think.
It's
I
a
think it's
Polish, yeah, it's a Polish tanker car. It's definitely a Polish tanker car just
That
without
is
the
so
running
cool.
gear.
I've never seen anything remotely looking like that before.
Nice.
Yeah, hang on.
Nice.
Before I come out of photo mode, Joel says, "Can you stop out to this job? I've got stuff to do." Oh right, yeah, you have to do voiceovers for the RV There Yet video. Yeah, I'll let you do that. Yeah, I was planning on stopping after this job anyway because yeah, it does get a bit wearing. Yeah, hang on.
We
Let's
happen
zoom in a bit.
to-
Oh yes, that.
If we happen to come to an end, of
That
our
is a
stream
decent
before
thumbnail.
I get to these layers, what I will do, just before I forget, is I'll take screenshots of all of the routes they layer into, just so that I can send them to your Discord if you don't mind. Just in
Yeah.
case we don't get to it before the stream ends.
Okay,
Train
that's-
Symbol
that's
takes so long to load on my days.
Yeah, and trust me, ooh, helicopter, nice.
Nice.
It's like hovering over the road. I didn't even know there was air
Yes.
traffic in this game. Must
Is
be
it
like,
a police helicopter or a news helicopter, maybe?
hang on, I'll go into photo mode and see how far I can zoom in. I don't think.
AWSYZ coming to you live with the Euro Truck Sim traffic report.
Hang on, let's have a look. It looks like, just looks like a. I don't think it really has a livery per se. I think it's just a normal civilian helicopter. It's probably like a news helicopter or something then, or maybe
It
something
could just
higher.
be like you're in Spain. It could be a leisure, like a leisure.
Yeah, true. Spain is big into the tourism industry. Yeah, I wouldn't be too
Why
surprised.
not? How good does Spain look? I mean, if it looks like good here on this game, it probably looks a million times better in real life.
And one thing that I
I
hope,
love the ground.
you know,
Overcast. Amazing.
one thing that I hope when console support is added, one thing I hope is crossplay, so we can do convoys
Yeah.
together. Because
See,
you can't
and
do
that's
that.
going to be fun because
Oh,
we
yeah.
can rope in so many people and have so much shenanigans.
Oh yeah, that absolutely. Because I imagine once it releases on consoles, it's going to be oh my goodness, like their sales numbers are going to are going to go into hyperspace. Like they are never going to hear the end of it. Samantha's trains everyone's a mod. Yeah. Well, it's just been the mods who've been chatting, Samantha. How have you been doing? It's been a bit since you've been in one of my streams. I've been seeing you occasionally in like Train Simulator Drivers streams. So, yeah. Melbourne Train Guy says, what about me? Lol.
I didn't realize I was a mod as well. Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Matt. I'll have to give you mod that when I have you pop into a stream because I don't know how to do it unless I click on the person's name.
I was going to ask you at some point, but couldn't think of a tactful way to do it. If I'm being honest.
When it comes to
Look
me,
at that scenery. Like
I'm not good
freaking
at.
the scenery.
You know, that is really nice.
Wow. This is it. The Spain DLC is a more recent release, so like 2021. So yeah, they had substantially improved like the scenery, the way they made the scenery software. Samantha's train says I'm stuck in hospital, but okay. No. What? Oh, I hope you feel better soon. Oof. Being in hospital is no joke. Thankfully, I haven't had to do too many long hospital stays, but they've all remained indelibly etched in my memory. Oof. Okay, passing Terrell.
This place.
Yeah. Hope you feel better soon, Samantha.
Main depot. Let's go to plus 52. It is right there. You are. You gorgeous
Oh,
thing.
man.
And we want blue
Whoa,
one.
what is that? Hang on. I want to go into the photo mode real quick. What is this thing? It's like a statue or something. That's cool. Never seen that before.
That is pretty cool.
I've
Got little flags on the bottom too, or little things on the bottom.
yeah. Oh, it's probably like for a province or something then. Samantha's train said 3 weeks. 3 weeks? My goodness, in hospital. This is a short stay. Had months on end before. Mental health things can get real bad. Oh man. I do. Oh, I can't even put into words how terrible that makes me feel. That's no joke. That is absolutely terrible. Hopefully this is making watching a man drive a truck in Spain is improving is helping out, but oof. Right, 80 kilometers to go, and it's very appropriately it is just getting dark. Do have an exit for fuel, but we've got almost a full tank, so it doesn't really matter. I've already refueled twice on this trip already.
I have found the layers for the 52.
Yeah.
Would you like me to exclude the weird Skyhook ones? Include the weird Skyhook ones.
Oh, does it layer on along with does it layer on into the cargo line services?
Yeah, so Cargo Line Volume 1 on the West Coast Main Line, South, East Coast Main Line, and middle of the main line is the 52 value. But as for proper layers, you get rail tour layers on the Cathcart Circle. There's OneZ55. You get, I won't include these, but it's my table. And then you get the Western Pilgrim on Riviera Line. And then it's included as a substitution loco in the other, the other diesel rail tours on the Cathcart. And it's on the tail. I think it's on the tail of a rail tour, but it's not the actual service, so I can't remember what it is.
Okay.
Because it's a trailing loco. The 33 though, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Diesel Legends is the 52 and the.
What? It's the 101 and the 08, isn't it?
That's it. Yeah.
I don't really care about where those layer. I was just wondering where the blue 52 layer is.
The only place that you won't see, actually, I don't think you get the Diesel Legends 101. It's a substitute.
Samantha's Train says, "What drugs are we smuggling in the truck, and for which company?" We've got forklift. We've got little front loaders on the back. If we have a look at, if you've seen photo mode, yeah, we're not. I don't think you can do drug smuggling in Euro Truck Sim except if you're doing it as a mod, as part of a mod. That would be funny if it was in the base game, but no.
Perfectly legal cargo.
Yeah, totally legal,
cargo,
100% legal cargo.
Yep, nothing suspicious. Nothing suspicious at all.
Oh dear. We are getting caught up in traffic despite it being 9:30. Oh boy. Melbourne Train Guy says we have perfectly legal cargo. Yeah, we totally do. Alright. We are... Melbourne Train Guy says just don't ask any questions. That'd be very funny. Oh, it's this road junction here that's causing issues. I see. Alright. Destination is hove into view. Oh, crumbs. Brake.
Actually,
Break. Okay, there we go. Phew.
you did hear though that the Diesel Legend stock is getting remastered with the GWE remaster.
Yeah, I have
So
heard that one.
Liam did confirm that the sounds are getting updated, the textures are getting, like all of the so they're going to be more in line with. I think what they're doing is, and I don't want to make it sound like rude, but I think they're taking the West Somerset 52 sounds and putting them onto the, which I don't mind because like it's the same train.
Yeah. There we go.
So I'm pretty excited because the 52 doesn't really fit into the modern lit routes at the minute.
Yeah. Lol, Samantha's trades. That comment, I'm not going to read that out on stream because YouTube will have an absolute cow, but yeah, that's pretty funny. I'm not going to read it out.
Stuff with Michael Caine.
Yeah. Not the other thing. Not the other thing at all. What? Read what? My friend Balin, also in Australia, wants me to read it out on stream. No, I'm not gonna do that. YouTube, I don't want the YouTube lords to come after me. That'd be terrible. Oh, look at this place we're coming in. Like, pretty industrial. I like it. But it's got, like, palm trees. My Melbourne Trade Guy says, this is Michael Caine. He's an actor, not the other thing. Lol.
Go straight on.
There's a lot of cool stuff here. Oh, whoa! Look at these massive cranes for this port. My goodness.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Lovely. Sometimes I have
Samantha
trouble.
Train says, oh, I won't unhide it because I'll leave that up to you, but Samantha Train just says, it's okay, I'll bully YouTube on your behalf.
I'll show that. Yeah.
I don't want to make those judgment calls, but that was hilarious.
Ooh, we're doing a shipment
Exit
right
now.
into the port area. Ooh, this is cool. I like this. Ooh, these barriers open slowly. Sorry, I do apologize.
Keep right.
Melbourne Trade Guy
Then
did a
turn
laughy
right.
face. Come on, stop misshifting.
Turn right.
Hang on.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
Stop shifting it to... There, shift it to third. There you go. Alright. Melbourne Trade Guy says we'll turn around and whatever happens, happens. Yeah.
Exit now.
Right. We're just north of... Look at this whole area. Ooh. Hang on. I want to... Nah, I don't think that's a good thumbnail. Don't think it's at the right good angle. We come to the end of our epic road trip. We must have done like 2,000 kilometers a game. I thought I was going the wrong way. I didn't realize that this was a gate. 2 hours ahead of me, so it's nearly 7 p.m. for you.
At the
Well,
roundabout, take the second
I don't
exit.
normally even start to think about dinner until like 9 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Because for some reason, I'm just I'm a late eater. Well, I don't usually get to bed until quite late anyway.
Exit
Yeah,
right.
I've seen you putting in messages at like 1 a.m. like 1 a.m. my time, so yeah, you're...
All like around that I don't sleep. I just walk around until I drop, and then I wake up from the fall and carry on. And I think in some ways he's right, but no, I do. I just have a very bad habit of not when I get a notification, not leaving it,
Here we are.
and feeling the
Safe
need
and
to
sound.
reply to it. Once I figure out how to like not do that, I'll be right.
Right. Play it safe. See if I can align... See if I can align it. I almost have... This will give me over 50 grand. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, but like a decent new truck is like 150, so I'm nowhere near getting my own wheels yet.
Well, that's the first grind.
Yeah. Parking brake. And detach the trailer. Right, let's see how much money. Ooh, leveled up again. I'm now level 5, enthusiast.
Money.
850 kilometers, 13,600 euros into the bank. Samantha's trains, rental truck is faster anyway. Well, you can actually do some serious upgrades to trucks in this game. Like, you can do engine swaps and all that. Right, so 50,200 euros. So that'll be all for this stream. Hope everyone enjoyed. Melbourne says, when you drive it like you stole it, anything is fast. Yeah, precisely. So yeah, that'll be all for the stream. Hopefully you all enjoyed. Don't forget to tune in this time next week for part 3, I think. So yeah, I'll see you all then. Goodbye. Oh, there's one more message. Enjoyed the stream, Math. Yeah, thanks, Melbourne.